Proxima B. And so what's the story? When are, and that it's Earth-like?
Yes. So what makes Proxima B interesting is that it's an Earth-like planet orbiting the nearest star to the sun.
The James Webb Telescope has captured something shocking on Proxima B. Mysterious lights flickering from the planet. Proxima B, just 4 light-years away, might not just be an ordinary rock in space. It could be showing us signs of life, lights that seem too deliberate to ignore. Let us brace ourselves and dive deeper into the unknown. Could these lights mean we're not alone? Signs of life on Proxima B. David Kipping, a well-known astronomer at Columbia University, thinks Proxima B is pretty complex. Unlike most rocky planets, which just absorb sunlight and spit out infrared energy, Proxima B behaves in a way that's different, almost like it's got a story to tell. But what dark secret lurks beneath Proxima B's surface, waiting to be uncovered? The James Webb Space Telescope has given us a window to study it like never before. It's even possible to observe the planet's day and night cycles every 11 Earth days. If it turns out it has an atmosphere, the next logical step would be to study the chemical makeup of that atmosphere. If there's oxygen, water vapor, or methane, we could be looking at a place that's habitable, or at least a place that could support life. It might not be the friendly twin of Earth we're hoping for. The intense radiation from its star could strip away any atmosphere it has, making it a pretty tough place to survive. And that's not even mentioning the fact that one side of the planet might always be facing the star, meaning one side is always hot while the other is always cold. It's a bit like if Earth were stuck in a never-ending day and night at the same time. Red dwarf stars like Proxima Centauri tend to stick around for a really, really long time. That's a lot of time for life to figure out a way to adapt. And even though the planet gets blasted by solar winds, maybe, just maybe, there's something there tough enough to survive. It's these unexpected possibilities that keep pushing scientists to look further, to study planets that might not seem like the best candidates for life. Who's to say life couldn't thrive in a place that doesn't look like Earth? Our own planet is full of extremophiles, tiny organisms that love to live in conditions that would kill most other life forms. Acidic pools, boiling heat, freezing cold. They can handle it all. If Earth's got life tough enough to survive that, why not this planet? And then there's the tantalizing possibility that these lights aren't just random. If there really are city lights shining on the planet, it means there's something there, someone there, smart enough to build, to harness energy, to thrive. It's a lot to think about. If we're seeing evidence of intelligent life, then that means we're not alone, and that changes everything. The JWST is giving us just a taste of what's out there, and future telescopes like the upcoming Extremely Large Telescope, EELT, are going to take that even further. They're going to give us clearer views, more detailed data, and maybe even direct evidence of alien atmospheres. Scientists are already imagining ways to block out the glare of stars to get a better look at the planets orbiting them, like using your hand to shield your eyes from the sun so you can see what's in front of you. And while it's not easy to tell the difference between gases produced by volcanoes and gases produced by living organisms, scientists are working on that too. They want to make sure they're not getting fooled by natural processes when they're out there hunting for signs of alien life. The idea that there could be trillions of planets out there, some of which might be home to life, is enough to keep the search going. Even if we haven't found solid proof yet, the possibility's enough. And maybe, just maybe, those lights are a sign that we're not alone in this vast universe. Maybe it's the beginning of something much bigger, a connection that stretches across the stars. As we dive deeper into the mysteries of the planet, it's worth exploring the unique dynamics of the planet and its interactions with its star. Proxima Centauri, unlike our Sun, is a red dwarf star. These types of stars are much cooler and smaller, but they make up about 70% of all stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Because red dwarfs burn fuel slowly, they live for billions of years longer than larger stars like our Sun. This long lifespan could be a key factor in the evolution of life, giving any potential organisms a vast amount of time to adapt and evolve. The planet, locked in this delicate dance around Proxima Centauri, could be home to life forms that have had to overcome extreme conditions for countless generations. One of the biggest challenges for any life on the planet would be the intense stellar flares that are typical of red dwarf stars. Proxima Centauri, in particular, is known for its powerful flares that release vast amounts of energy and radiation into space. This radiation could strip away a planet's atmosphere over time, making it less hospitable for life as we know it. But what if life there had evolved differently? Perhaps it has found a way to shield itself from these harsh conditions, or perhaps it exists below the surface, where it is safe from the deadly radiation. These are the kinds of questions that keep scientists intrigued and motivated to learn more. The strange lights on Proxima B might tell us something about life there. Strange lights and chemical clues. The JWST's ability to detect chemical signatures in the atmosphere could give us answers about how life might survive such extreme conditions. By analyzing the atmosphere, scientists could determine whether the planet has a thick layer of gases that could act as a protective shield, preventing the worst of the stellar radiation from reaching the surface. If an atmosphere is found, the next question is, what is it made of? The presence of chemicals like oxygen, carbon dioxide, and methane could be indicators of biological processes, much like how they are here on Earth. If there are lights on the planet, what could be causing them? Are we dealing with advanced technology, similar to the kind of city lights that illuminate our own cities from space? Or could it be some natural phenomenon we haven't yet encountered or understood? The possibility of a technologically advanced civilization raises endless questions about the nature of such beings. If they are there, what kind of society have they built? Do they have the same need for community and shelter that we do? Have they constructed cities that glow in the dark, using energy harvested from their star, or perhaps from some other source entirely? The discovery of potential lights has also led to speculation about what kind of energy source an alien civilization might use. On Earth, our technologies are largely dependent on fossil fuels, nuclear power, and increasingly on renewable energy like solar and wind. An alien society might have figured out more efficient ways to harness the energy of their star, especially given the challenges posed by Proxima Centauri's frequent flares. Perhaps they have developed technologies that allow them to store energy for long periods, giving them the ability to survive the harsh stellar weather. Or maybe they've found ways to harness geothermal energy from the planet's core, a technology that we're only beginning to explore here on Earth. These are the kinds of questions the JWST and future telescopes might help answer. For now, scientists are focused on gathering as much data as possible. They need to know more about the atmospheric conditions, the surface temperatures, and the potential for water. The upcoming Extremely Large Telescope, ELT, is going to play a major role in expanding on what the JWST has started. With its enormous mirror and advanced technology, the ELT will be able to take even more detailed images and gather more specific data about the planet and other exoplanets like it. The idea that we could one day directly imagine an alien world in such detail that we could see signs of civilization is truly mind-blowing. The ELT, along with other future projects like the Habitable Exoplanet Observatory and the Large Ultraviolet Optical Infrared Surveyor, could help us see exoplanets in ways that were previously unimaginable. They could give us a glimpse of city lights, moving vehicles, or even vegetation patterns, anything that might indicate the presence of intelligent life. But even if we don't find clear evidence of an alien civilization, the search itself is incredibly valuable. Each piece of data we gather helps us understand more about the universe and our place in it. The discovery of the planet and the potential lights on its surface are just the beginning of what could be a long journey toward understanding whether we are alone. If there is life on the planet, it could be very different from what we're used to. It might be microbial, thriving beneath the surface in a hidden ocean, or it could be something beyond our comprehension altogether. We want to know if we're alone, if there's someone else out there looking up at the stars and wondering the same things we are. The JWST has given us the tools to start answering those questions in ways that were never possible before. By studying the planet, we're not just looking for life. We're looking for a connection, a shared existence in a universe that often feels overwhelmingly vast and empty. As we continue to develop new technologies and explore deeper into space, the possibilities are endless. We might find that the planet is just the tip of the iceberg, that there are countless other planets out there with the right conditions for life. We might discover that life can exist in forms we've never imagined, thriving in environments that seem utterly inhospitable. Or we might find signs of advanced civilizations, beings that have overcome the same challenges we face and found ways to thrive among the stars. Whatever we find, the journey itself is worth it. The search for life on the planet and beyond is a reminder that we are a part of something much bigger, We are explorers by nature, driven to push the boundaries of what we know and to discover what lies beyond. And as we look out into the universe, we might just find that we're not alone after all. The mysterious little exoplanet spinning around our closest stellar neighbor, Proxima Centauri, has got everyone talking. Scientists, space nerds, and anyone who dares to dream about what's out there have their eyes glued to this place. Why? Because this planet sits only about 4 light years away. 4 light years. In space terms, that's basically next door. And that's enough to make us wonder if maybe, just maybe, there's something alive out there. Or if we'll be packing our bags for it someday. Challenges stand in the way of discovering more about Proxima B. The battle to uncover Proxima B's secrets. JWST was launched in December 2021, and let's just say it's got some skills. This thing can look into deep space in a way nothing else ever could, like peering through a cosmic fog with infrared glasses. And the planet? Well, it was just the kind of target JWST was built for. Webb could analyze light coming from Proxima Centauri that passed through the planet's atmosphere, meaning we might get a peek at what's in the air over there. Water vapor, methane, oxygen, the kind of stuff that might point to life. When the data from JWST came in, it was like opening a mystery box. We got some hints that maybe, just maybe, the planet had the right stuff for water. But, and this is a big but, the planet's also ridiculously close to Proxima Centauri, which happens to be a red dwarf that throws off nasty flares of radiation. Pretty often, the kind of radiation that could fry any living thing. So now there are a lot of debates. Could anything really survive there? Or is it just too harsh? Maybe it's more like a dead wasteland, or maybe it's got some freaky tough life forms hiding out underground. Who knows? And then there's the idea of actually going there. Forget about the rockets we have now. They're nowhere near fast enough for this kind of trip. We're talking thousands and thousands of years. Even if you could somehow live forever, you'd get there really, really bored. That's where some crazy ideas come into play, like Breakthrough Starshot. These guys have a plan to send a bunch of tiny probes to Proxima Centauri using light sails. Light sails? They'd use super strong lasers on Earth to push these little probes to about 20% the speed of light. If it works, they could get to the planet in just a couple of decades. Now that's more like it. This Starshot thing is absolutely wild. Imagine these itty-bitty probes, no bigger than a smartphone, flying through space at incredible speeds, snapping pics, and sending back data. We're nowhere near launching this just yet. There are loads of technical problems to work out. But if it could happen, it'd be amazing. We'd finally get a good look at the planet, and maybe we'd even know for sure if there's anything living there. The planet's got everyone excited not just because it's a possible second home or a sign of aliens, but because it's pushed technology forward. Just trying to observe it means gathering loads of data and figuring out how to make sense of it all. Scientists have started relying on artificial intelligence to help. The computer algorithms are getting smarter, learning to pick up on the tiniest signals that could be evidence of the planet's atmosphere, or even something as cool as alien life. AI is like the unsung hero here, making sense of all the static so we can focus on what really matters. It's not just the telescopes we have now either. Future tech is lining up to do even more. The extremely large telescope, that's the actual name, is under construction, and it's supposed to be super powerful, even more than JOSR T in some ways. It'll be able to block out the glare from stars, giving us a direct image of exoplanets like the one we're interested in. Finally, we might get a decent picture and see what we're dealing with, whether it's rocky, watery, or just plain weird. They've been listening hard, trying to pick up on any strange radio signals coming from Proxima Centauri. Nothing solid yet, but the hunt continues. Imagine if we really got a signal from there. It'd be the discovery of the millennium. It's a long shot, but the thought alone keeps scientists going. Proxima B is definitely not like Earth. It's orbiting a red dwarf, and red dwarfs are finicky stars. They might be small and cooler than our sun, but they're way more unpredictable. Proxima Centauri is known for its flares, huge bursts of energy that could wipe out life, or at least make things very difficult. If anything is alive there, it's probably hiding out somewhere safe, maybe underground. Or maybe the organisms there have evolved to deal with the radiation in ways we can't even imagine. Who knows? Maybe they even like it. On Earth, we found life in all sorts of extreme places. deep ocean trenches, boiling hot springs, under glaciers. Life's pretty resilient, so maybe the planet's intense conditions could host some really tough creatures, extremophiles like the ones we found here. Just thinking about that opens up so many possibilities for what life could look like. Even if we don't find anything alive there, the planet is still changing how we think about the future. It's made us come up with new ways to explore, to think beyond our current capabilities. The new telescopes, the AI-driven discoveries, the potential light sail probes. It's all pushing us forward, whether the planet itself has anything or not. The fact that we're talking seriously about getting there is a big deal. It makes the universe feel just a little bit closer and a lot more interesting. All of this exploring, trying to figure out the planet, also makes us think about ourselves. Why are we so desperate to find something out there? Maybe it's because if we found life somewhere else, we'd finally know we're not alone. That there's something else out there in this massive, empty-feeling universe. It's about connection, and it's about understanding our own place in the grand scheme of things. If the planet has life, it'd completely change how we see ourselves, and maybe even what it means to be human. Proxima B is just a twinkling speck in the night sky, a light 4 years away, keeping its secrets. But thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope, the upcoming telescopes, and maybe even Breakthrough Starshot, we're getting closer to solving that mystery. Over the next few decades, technology will keep improving, and every little advance brings us closer to possibly answering the biggest question. Are we alone? The planet could be a barren rock, a thriving world, or something we haven't even imagined yet. But whatever it is, it's already done so much for us. It's made us dream bigger, pushed us to develop new tech, and inspired people to look up again. Who knows? Maybe one day, when we've figured it all out, we'll look back at this planet as the turning point. The moment we started thinking about ourselves as not just Earthlings, but as explorers of the stars. For now, though, it's a promise. A reminder that the universe is out there, waiting for us to discover it. And that's more than enough to keep us curious, to keep us reaching, and to keep us dreaming. Could Proxima B's lights really be signs of alien life? Or are we just seeing what we want to see? Leave your opinion in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep space mysteries.